Hello, my name's Adam Mazin. You're watching Sporting Icon, and you don't have to be anywhere else.
Okay, so a few minutes ago, Tyson Fury's latest post pops up on my newsfeed, and he's talking about how his team, Oleksandr Usyk's team, are going backwards and forwards, trying to sort out the contract, if you like. And one of these things is a rematch. Should a rematch be in there? Should it not be? And he's saying that Usyk's team is saying that there should be a rematch, and I'm sure that Frank Warren's saying there should be a rematch, and Bob Arum is also saying there should be a rematch. I'm sure of it. Why? Because they're promoters. They want to get more money, right? Now, Fury's saying, how about we up the ante? The winner goes home with glory, and the loser goes home with their what's it in their hand. In other words, no rematch clause. No safety net, if you like. And I think a lot of people can agree with that because there are too many rematches. And especially when it comes to this particular fight, because, I mean, unless the first fight's going to be somewhat of a classic, which you wouldn't have thought so based on their styles, that it's probably going to be a case of it ain't going to be the most exciting fight in the world. So therefore, do people really want to see the rematch? I think a rematch, if these gentlemen are going to have a rematch, then why not do it after the first fight, negotiate the rematch? Because at least then you can go by public opinion. Is it warranted? Is it not? Maybe it's a close decision, and maybe a lot of people feel that the winner of this fight shouldn't have been the winner of this fight if it went to points, all that kind of stuff. So from that perspective, you can agree with it. But is he doing it just to be awkward? I mean, if Usyk's team is saying let's have a rematch clause, Fury's going to say no. If Usyk's team saying we don't want a rematch clause, Fury probably say, yeah, we're having a rematch clause. Just to be a little bit difficult, okay? It's just all the games after Fury's playing. But also, the rematch is not going to have undisputed. And the reason it won't is because the winner of this fight is going to have backed up mandatories, and all of them have been called, except the WBO. That's the only one that hasn't been called, and the WBC, obviously. So you'd imagine for the rematch, the winner of that fight will go into the rematch without the WBA and the IBF world titles. So it's not going to be for undisputed, because obviously there's going to be mandatories called. The winner's going to get stripped if they don't fulfill their mandatories. I know some people say, but it's an undisputed fight and there's a rematch clause, so the sanctioned bodies can't do anything about it. Yes, they can, and they've done it many, many times. Okay, so no, I can agree with Tyson Fury. Why not? Don't need a rematch clause. Neither fighter should have that safety net of, oh well, things are a little bit rough here, I'll just give up or whatever. I think I can do better in the rematch. No, take away the safety net. But there again, maybe Fury's looking at this as, I don't want to be tied down to a rematch like he was with Vladimir Klitschko, where he ran off into the sunset and didn't fulfill his obligation. But maybe he's looking at this as his last fight. It could be. Maybe that's why he's been trying to squeeze and scrimp and be greedy about asking for 70%, which is ridiculous, right? But maybe he's looking at this as his last payday. He's looking at this fight as this is definitely his last fight, and he's going to sail off into the sunset. So maybe that's the reason too, and doesn't want to have another fight if he doesn't feel like it. So anyway, what's your thoughts on it? For me, too many rematches in boxing, and Fury is one of those who has too many rematches, let's be honest. So for him to come out with that, yeah, why not? Don't need a rematch. Drop your thoughts below, click thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you next video.